me where you go. A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home, somewhere that you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See our people there vibrating. Let's set sound, no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face is hurting. Ooh. Me where you go. A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home, somewhere that you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See our people, they're vibrating. Let's set sound, no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face is hurting. Ooh.
Alright. Sorry about the delay there. Get this set up. Alright. Using my integrated webcam. This is why I look so ugly. Ah. Yeah. Oh, we got Illustrator up. That is where I got my map up. There it is. Oh. It looks like it's loading. There we go. But then, I don't even know, dude. Okay. You guys don't like the face cam, I can always turn that off. I don't need to have face cam on. Yeah, oh, shit. That might be because I'm not close enough to the mic. I will turn down the music though. I think that is a bit loud. And I'm gonna want it softer anyway. How'd that sound? That should be better. Alright. I got my sandals on, I got my drink on my side. Okay. So, this is the world map I've been working on for a while. Alright. It's a very big world map. It is, at least the process that I'm using is based on the Artifactian YouTube channel. I can type that out in chat. Yeah, give or take. That's the name of the YouTube channel that I'm getting this based on. His Atlas style map series is where this is coming from. Okay, I've got to select nothing. Alright. Been a while since I've actually worked on this real hard. This is a topography map. With the blue is all ocean, the white is Arctic caps. So, and then the darker colors, I've got up here, I've got a level. So each of the colors corresponds with a height. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I just zoomed in like that. The top height is kilometers? No. The bottom height is kilometers. I think the top height is miles? Yeah. So... no. Oh god, I don't remember. Top height is... okay, top height is meters, sorry. Bottom height is feet. Right, now I remember. Or is it the other way around? Alright, hold on, let me double check. Yeah, okay, no, I was right. was way there for a second. And then we've got the same going. So this is any land below sea level. I haven't actually done anything here on the map. And then this is ocean. That's the only color I've done there. Zoom out. Zoom out again. I don't even remember where I was. Last I picked off. There's, I guess, I don't know where to begin in terms of like wall building. Fuck knows. Shit. I've got a whole bunch of like notes scattered all over the place. So the core idea that I wanted to go with was that like magic would be like dangerous and not just like dangerous to not just dangerous to the wielder, but dangerous to people around the wielder. So like using it specifically in this world, like arcane magic, wizard magic, it requires the time, like the potential of a living being lifespan, if that makes sense. So say I say I want to like cast a fireball, 3rd level spell in D&D. Not only would it take like a spell slot, it also require a number of years from a human being projected lifespan, or like a tree projected lifespan. So like the more spells you cast using a person, like a single person, the older they age, like their body ages. And that's kind of like the idea I was going for. And then there's a couple of other magic types, specifically there's like divine magic, which run similar, but is more of a consensual deal, I suppose. Like, you have to, like, the being that's giving you their power has to, like, willingly give it to you, for you to use it, and, you know, it makes it less reliable. But also, you know, safer to use. So that's kind of the idea I was going for. And then this world map is just massive world map I've been working on. It's actually a modified version of a different world map I had been working on in reality, in real space, on paper. Unfortunately, it was starting to become too unwieldy. To the point of like not being able to be useful. So I've since scrapped that. Let's double check that I've actually done all. I'm pretty sure I've done all the topography, yeah, on this. On this world. I think I did here too. Okay, yeah. I'm double checking that I've done it all. Yeah, no, I had like 500 pages. And each page was like a jigsaw puzzle piece of the map. It was big. And it should be like, it was just a binder for the map. It was like I think a 3-inch ring binder. It was insane. Like you could kill a person by hitting them with it. It was nuts. This has been a lot more wieldy. I haven't gotten like the same shapes that I wanted necessarily, like that I had. Like some of the shapes are still like distinct from the original map. This like entire coastline here is pretty close, and like the general idea of this, like the several continents being super close geographically to one another. Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Alta Silverpour writes, I was a little bummed out in episode 2.
Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, okay. I think what I was actually working on was topography of this, the polar areas, but I think I might have done those already. Oh, I didn't do it for this, I see now. I don't think it's super relevant to do it for this. It's not that big a deal. I think the big thing, that I want to work on is gonna be then, the ocean, depth. No, I can do that later, I think. That doesn't need to get done. Then I think the next thing is going to be projections, and that's a bit complicated, and I'm going to have to do that on my own time. Now that I'm actually here, I don't know what I want to do. Let's just do, ocean depth for now. And just kind of use that as like a backdrop for talking about the world at large. Cause it's a, like, big world. There's, like, big mountain ranges. Just sort of scattered all across the place. How deep is this? This is like... Okay. This is like trench deep. This is kind of everything else. There should be feeding something like... Okay, yeah. Yeah, please do.
Hold on, I need your stream. What up?
Hello. Should I, like, stop the music then, or, like, turn it way down?
You can just turn it down. I don't know what it's at, like, now, but, like, 10-15% is probably good.
I just turned it down to 10%.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. And then I'll turn you up on the... Turn the desktop up a little bit.
Alright.
Okay. Hello, Matt. What is up, my dude?
That's me. That's my fucking name. Alright. So... you just talked about your magic systems. Did you ever consolidate how nature magic works?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure I had that written down in my notes somewhere.
Next busy work thing after the map is consolidating your notes.
Yeah. I've got them all kind of all over the place.
Jesus Christ. This is good. Just turn it off. Just turn it on.
You cut in.
That's a sense of difference or something?
I don't know.
Okay. No, I don't think I did at nature magic. I think actually what I decided on was that it like wasn't different. Like it wasn't actually like distinct from the other styles of magic. It just like the people who practice it, they like look different.
What is it in your world? I'm gonna guess it's more akin to like clerical magic, because every time we approach this world, we approach it from like the perspective of 5e rather than just a world building thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because 5e is typically what we know.
Right.
So.
And I mean, I should mention this was primarily done for writing before playing D&D.
Yeah. I know.
Pulled up the note that I did for the D&D game specifically. Yeah, I didn't do nature magic, just that it exists. But it like different from sorry, it's not different from like the it's from the other two like types of magic. It looks the same.
But spiritual magic.
Like what about it?
Yeah, so like you got a barbarian or dude that calls on like spirits, like ancestral spirits. How does that stuff work in your world?
I don't think I did an ancestral magic. I think for like necromantic magic, the explanation that I was going with is that like it's sort of like reusing, like recycling the leftover potential energy of like a dead creature or human. So like any like spirit or spiritual boons or whatever would be like a creature, like an undead spirit, like giving their like remnants of power over.
Okay.
Yeah. That was kind of like how I rationalized in my head. Obviously, it's magic. It doesn't quite like follow the rules of science or anything.
If we're like talking like just I don't know what like angle and what level you want to come at your world right now, because it's at like right now it's still like being made by the gods. So like,
yeah, for sure.
You're at still like a creation of an initial creation level, because I know you've thought about where nations are going to be, and you've kind of worked your topography around that, and your...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Your nation and your, like, continents.
Mm-hmm.
But... I don't know. I'm one of those people who, like, I make something first and then I build around it.
Right.
It's, like, impossible for me to make my world by just doing it the way you are.
Right. No, I get that. No, I've always sort of enjoyed, like, the process of, I guess that it's called, top-down, world building, where you, like, basically sort of, make every, like, you sort of, like, do all the high-level concepts, to start with, and then go down from there.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm sort of, creating, like, a deep trench. I turned on the template so that I can see it and you guys can see it now. The template has sort of the tectonic plate layout and which direction they're moving in. So that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to be going up in depth, like a shallower in depth, with every color up. The dark blue is the deepest color.
Okay. So theoretical campaign in this world will probably happen. I know it started off as writing, but like that never. It starts off as writing, but it always turns into a campaign.
Right.
So are wizards just off the table then? Are wizards in like without being evil?
Not quite. You could play like a sort of self-sacrificial wizard who like only draws magical power from themselves and not from things around them. The issue is you might end up actually having a shorter lifespan. One of the things I do like in like D&D games is sort of the idea of like the passage of time, like for a character, seeing them sort of like age and grow as people, that sort of thing. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, fuck. So the passage of time, like for characters, is something I would really want to sort of emphasize, and like that, like doing that here, where like characters are like forced to age, and player characters sort of have to like actually keep track of their character's age as like a game mechanic. I think is an interesting way of doing this.
It is for a certain player. Amy, do you think that whenever you cast a spell, you have to keep track of your age? Do you like that?
Of your age?
Yeah, because magic, arcane magic at least, takes life away from things, essentially.
You wouldn't have to do it for yourself, but, you know, if you
it would take it away from... Yeah, if you're like a random wizard and you don't have like dedicated people that you take life away from in your world, right? I think we talked about this.
Yeah,
they
no,
literally you just.
One of the things that happened, at least in the past of this world, is that I think the term I came up with them, like up with as like a sort of joke was fucking mage slaves. Basically, they're people who only are sort of like kept as slaves to be used as essentially batteries for a wizard to cast big spells.
But otherwise, arcane magic in your world just takes life away from random people.
It doesn't necessarily have to be people. You can do it for plant life or animal life.
We've got monsters that are good out and you can use magic against them.
That's a good question.
Hmm?
Can you direct the flow of where it takes life away from?
Like, can you choose what you're taking life from?
Yeah.
My immediate answer would be yes, but now that I'm, like, actually being forced to think about that, I'm realizing that if, like, a wizard wanted to, they could just take life from their enemies and then blast them with a fireball.
That's literally what Amy just said.
Yeah.
Then taking life from them, how would that act more damage?
No, I guess you'd just be aging them and then throwing a fireball at them.
But
Yeah.
would that impact?
Imagine aging, like just taking the time away from creatures that don't live long lifespans. Like you don't, like goblins, you don't even need to kill them. All you have to do is cast like a spell that lights up the room.
Well, for my homebrew rules, I did write up, like, the level spells and how much time they steal. So, like, a cantrip, just a normal, like, fireball, is only a minute. Which is, like, insignificant for most people. Then first level, about an hour, second level, a day. Third level, 1 week. Fourth level, 1 month. Fifth level, 1 year. Sixth level, 3 years. Seventh, 5, 8, 10, and 9th is 50 years.
Age fast, make it a little weaker, and then.
Yeah, but you won't run into that issue until you're like level 5. Well, until you're like already in the 5th level spells and can kill pretty much anything that would last that long, that would have a short lifespan anyways.
Right.
Other than people. And people don't tend to have short lifespans in the scheme of most things that D&D builds around itself.
Yeah. And then I had, like, some basic lore written out for some of the like species that would be playable. What did I say wasn't playable? The Darkin. But they were like I think they were the blue people from Ravnica.
The what?
Right? Yeah, the Vidalkin.
Oh.
Valdakin? I don't know. Yeah.
We have ants, we have spirits tied to us, people?
What was that?
We have spirits tied to us, people? Like we have an ancestral spirit?
Are you talking about the Eberron one, the Kalishtar?
No, that's a Kalishtar.
Yeah. I did say them too, you know. Although I do have a question mark, because I wasn't sure. Loxodon, Changeling, and Simic Hybrid, I think, were the other... so most of the things from Ravnica, just because it's, like, too setting specific to be, like, usable, I think, in my setting.
Oh, damn. You gotta account for Theros now, and you have to account for Tasha's
what's in Theros?
coming out. What's in Theros?
Yeah, that is Theater, Centaur, and...
The Lion People?
Oh, the Lion People, right.
Which other stuff?
The Lion People fit in perfectly, actually.
Minotaurs?
Minotaurs are fine, yeah. The Lion People fit in perfectly, actually. They fit in as, like, the more lion-like counter to the Tabaxi. You remember from my long game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's still something I kind of want to do, though.
Yeah, they're like the Leo something.
Yeah. What else? Satyrs? I don't like satyrs. At least not as like a playable thing. And then the centaurs are fine, minotaurs are fine.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Would you want to be playing a good character and taking life away from people? You said it was in the middle of an industrial revolution. What does that look like?
Yeah, so, like, not just in terms of, like, the sort of aesthetics of the Industrial Revolution and, like, the, you know, steampunk sort of style, but also in, like, the sort of, like, philosophies that are coming out. So, like, it's like a Enlightenment-esque, time where, like, great thinkers are sort of beginning to, like, come up with new ideas of, like, how to treat people around them, you know, sort of how to, like, criticizing the sort of structures of society that exist around them.
Of course.
Right, of course, yeah, me the socialist doing that. But then, it's also, like, an industrial revolution in that, like, new technology is coming out, is, like, being invented, especially, like, war machines, there's, like, arms races going on, people are beginning to, like, build and expand, like, business and, trade to a level that isn't really, like, hasn't been seen before, so it's, like, really drawing on, like, the changes that were happening in our world during, like, the Industrial Revolution.
Alright. That could be a fun setting.
Yeah. That's kind of what I mean by that. Yeah, there's, like, airships, guns are a thing.
How mechanical and scientific are they in this? And how much are they using magic to fuel it?
That's something that I haven't quite figured out yet.
Because these people have got to have an enemy then if they're taking time off people's lives.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like, instead of the sort of, like, class...
Or they're attacking nature.
Theory of, like, communism and socialism, they're the sort of, like, class conflict theory regarding, like, wizards and everybody who's not a wizard, basically. The people who, like, steal lives from other, like, others around them, and the people who have to, whose lives are, like, stolen. I mean, it's meant to be, like, a direct parallel to sort of, to class conflict in our world with the, you know, bourgeoisie who own the businesses and the worker proletariat who build and put labor in to actually produce value for those businesses. Like, it's meant to, like, this, it's not, like, an accidental thing. I'm very conscious of it, and, like, it's sort of the point.
If you had to put a television rating on it, or, like, a movie rating, what would it be?
Like a...
Yeah, like a rating, like... If the FEC had to give your campaign, like, your world a rating, what are you looking at, like, theme-wise? Like, how far into this dystopian grimdark thing that you've made do you want to go?
Um, I guess, like, if I had to sort of explain it, like, hasn't the sort of, like, feeling of time hasn't been that big of a deal because most people haven't been, like, big casters. Like, the big spells are what take, like, massive time away from people. But, like, the small spells are oftentimes, like, just as important to, like, building things and, like, progressing society.
I get that.
And, you know, for most of, like, history, it hasn't affected people, like, that greatly. Because, you know, you're only taking, like, an hour there, a day there, you know, maybe at most a week of time, every so often from people. And only from, like, one person, you know, only, because everybody's in sort of, like, disparate communities before. But now that, like, urbanization started happening, industrialization started happening, and we're starting to see, like, magic on this massive scale, more lives are being drained to sustain that.
Oh my god.
And to build that.
You know that hook we talked about with Calrell of Isle?
I know we talked about him. What exactly are you referring to?
Well, he's kind of a powerful caster. He's like...
Yeah, you can cast, like, 5th level spells, right?
How do people feel when they get their time taken away? Exhausted?
Well, yeah, it's like a sort of fatigue, it sort of depends on, like, how much time it's taken. Like, a minute or two, most people don't, like, feel that too badly, but, like, I mean, if you're having, like, a 9th level spell casted and you're the battery, that's 50 years just gone in a blink.
So, I'm looking at this like, okay, so far, nobody really cares because it's kind of like a dichotomy we already have of, with debt, is that I will just borrow from tomorrow so that I have it today.
Right.
Magic. So I get that part. And even like, I'll borrow next week so that I can get something that would take me a week done this week. So it doesn't, you know, it cancels out, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Or a month. And then even like a year, I guarantee people would take years off their lives just to make things easier for themselves in the long run.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, you know, that's what makes this like a useful magic system. You know, and that you can do, like, that's what makes this, like, magic system, like, you know, obviously it's magic, people would use it, it's not like, you know, nobody would be using it, but it's like like, how do we balance this system of, like, you know, you can accidentally just fucking kill a person by casting too big of a spell on them,
also,
or by using them.
Druids have to be the most suspicious fucking people in the world. Especially when you can take time away from nature.
Druids are suspicious to outsiders, or druids are suspicious of everybody else?
Of anybody who can cast magic that's not them.
Yeah. Druids are pretty insular. They're not, like, a fan of all these other casters. Oh, and then the way I explained divine magic, specifically like gods and stuff. So it's sort of like a self-fulfilling cycle, or like a vicious cycle of sorts. You've got the what am I thinking of? So people, like, societies or whatever, create their god, through, like, a collective belief in it. And that, like, god is sort of created through that belief. And then that god, because it's got, you know, the collective belief in people, has, like, a bunch of power, and they're able to give that power to people that pray to them. But they're not, like, omniscient. It's omniscient that you can see everything?
omnipotent, omniscient.
Okay.
Those could mean the same thing in this context.
Yeah, like, they can't see everything all at once. They're still pretty limited in what they can see. So, like, the bigger a god is, the more powerful they are. But, they're not able to answer every prayer to them. You know, they're not able to they're not able to, like, cast spells for clerics. And then in the other direction, you know, god smaller, like, cult or religions around them, they can see all of their followers at any one time because there's so few of them, but they're not as powerful. They're just not as, like, strong of a, you know, like, there's some things that they won't be able to do.
Okay. Well, my next question was going to be, so historically, I mean, historically there has to have been magic users in this world that have abused their power. But currently, it's kind of everybody has powers, and there are some guys who are better than us, so they kind of keep everything in check.
Everybody has, like, the potential to learn magic. It's not, like, gatekept behind, like, birth or, like, divine right or anything.
That's not necessarily what I'm saying.
Okay. I guess
I'm saying, like, so a lot of people have magic, and a lot of people use magic. Like, your general population probably doesn't, but anybody who's a skilled craftsman or a skilled tradesman probably does.
Right.
And then some people who have learned it, you know, so on and so forth. That's probably like it's probably the equivalent of people going to college versus everybody else.
Okay, yeah.
And then you have people who are professors. And because magic is such a volatile, like, thing and has such a potent resource, who keeps the bad guys in check? Is it just the professors, or is it people who are trained to keep bad guys in check?
Okay.
Or is it heroes, just random people who, like, their mom just dies because some asshole took a year off her life and he never got to say goodbye because in that year she had a heart attack.
Right, okay, I think I get what you're asking. Like, is there, like, a dedicated group of people that is meant to, like, keep abusive magic users in check? No,
Yeah, because...
at least not at the time that, like, I'm setting this.
Perfect.
It doesn't exist yet.
Because I think that instance is perfect to start a campaign.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that is actually a plot point that I planned on. Like, the mom dying because a caster, like, sucked their life away. Like, that is actually, like, right out of one of the stories that I'm, like, writing, from this world. So, but yeah, there isn't, like, a dedicated mage slayer, like,
Great.
Well, there might be, but they aren't, like, big. They're pretty small.
Perfect.
And just sort of, like,
Perfect for an adventure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is have one bad guy who's abusing it.
Yeah. Or if somebody plays a wizard, they could be hunted by, like, a small cult of anti-mages.
Okay.
Alright.
Now we're just down to 6 stuff. We got probably 2 more loads of that.
way too many islands. Yeah, no, that's not a. I don't disagree. It may have been a bit too. I just sort of put island anywhere that there was like a fault line. And I may have been a little bit too zealous in that. Yeah, I planned on cutting out a few of these like islands around the edges here. I like the islands around here. I like these. I don't like these. I think I'll just like close this completely as a sort of like big thing there. Maybe cut out a few of the islands here. Like this. I could maybe close that. I like this sort of like straight of teeth, you know? I think that looks cool. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. There's a lot of islands that maybe I went a little too buck wild with them. At least like the real big islands, you know. I think the smaller like bits and pieces off the edge, like that look fairly like what you would expect. Yeah, I will consider that. The issue is that I've done all the topography already. So like, you know, I have to like individually separate the pieces on the like individual layers on each island and separate them from the main group. It'll take a while and it'll be like really boring. So I won't do that on stream. But that is a good suggestion. Thank you, Witcher Blaviken. That's a Witcher reference, right? Pretty sure that's a Witcher reference. Alright. Okay, where was I? Oh, I'm pretty sure I've been doing this ocean stuff wrong. Maybe I should be doing it from the other direction. And like the shallowest, Right, okay, cool. I watched the Witcher series on Netflix. I haven't played the games, I haven't read the book. That's like just not, you know, something I've ever actually like been able to enter into. Listen, we're all a little cringe here, alright? I would not be using a face cam if I was not cringe. Yeah, let's try doing this from the shallowest to deepest and see if that like works better. So how shallow is this? 200 meters? That's 650 feet. Okay. Alright. Zoom in like right in here. Just sort of like we can go over the island and over the land masses here because it is a different layer. See? Just like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we'll do shallower to deepest. I think that'll look best. Yeah. We're gonna go like real close to the mainland here. I could look like an actual atlas and see like how far out you usually get before you see like really deep water. Like, it occurred to me that I don't know. Could be coral reef. Oh. The extra island? They could be, yeah. Not actually a bad idea, like massive coral reef. That's pretty cool. Okay. I might do something to change the, like, what they look like on the map then, to, like, note that they're different. Because otherwise I think it might, like, if it looks too much like, you know, all the other islands, it might be a bit too confusing. Another thing I was, like, really concerned with while I was making this map is that I was, like, accidentally getting way too close to the coast with, like, real tall mountains. Yeah, you know. Cause, like, I mostly fixed it, but, like, even still, these are, like, real tall, and they're only, like, a few 100 miles, maybe, from the coastline. Again, you got, like, some fairly tall mountain. I went through and adjusted them a bit, so they're not, like, as bad. So that should have been fixed a little bit. Oh, I didn't, actually. I have a climate zone map on here as well. I do keep it hidden because it gets in the way. So the red, the, like, dark red, is hot desert. Orange is hot steppes. The pale orange is cold steppes. Pink is cold desert. So this is, like, all desert land, because it's, like, right along the equator. And in large mountain shadows, rain shadows. So, yeah, like, I made a point of not, like, of doing, climate zone. So, like, you see, like, further north you get some more, like, temperate. This is, like, moderate. This would, like, fit in, if you've ever been to, like, Midwest USA, like, this entire landmass here would basically be that. Yeah. Again, you see some more, like, thin bands of desert. Oh, sorry. This dark blue line is the equator line. Sorry. The desert. Oh yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think there's actually very many places that would fit like a classic medieval European world. It's definitely maybe here. This is like a Mediterranean area. This, like, area maybe, and maybe up here. And that's kind of like it, I think? Oh, maybe down south over here. I don't know. But, like, this is a radically different world in terms of, the climate that exists, as compared to, like, on Earth. Like, on Earth, you see, you know, most of the land mass is, in our world, in the northern, hemisphere, and most of it kind of, like, most of the stuff north of the northern hemisphere is, actually, no, now that I think about it, then in medieval world, a lot more, yeah, a lot of these islands are meant to be like volcanic islands. Like that's why they've got like the large mountain ranges in them, or like the line, because they're meant to be volcanic. I didn't denote them as volcanic, because that was just sort of like my initial, like, that's what they are. I should note that this world is like fairly recently split from being a Pangea mountain supercontinent. So that's why like everything is so geographically dense. Like nothing very far from one another. Like these two continents are splitting apart from each other and creating a mid-Atlantic ridge here, which is why they're gonna kind of be like super deep. But they're going in different directions. But they've only done that for a few, you know, like for maybe a few million years. It occurs to me I don't know how long tectonic ranges like take to move. But like it's fairly recent and like everything's splitting apart. So the islands are sort of like a result of the land masses still existing there. So that's kind of what's going on there. And this isn't like super scientific. I am using a YouTube theory that's sort of a guideline for like what I'm doing, especially like in this program. But outside of that, there's not like a whole lot of rigid science that's going into like the specifics of how the world is made. Aside from like how climate zones are determined, and the like bare bones basics of tectonic zone. Yeah. I think it looks fairly good though, even considering that. This like water depth is absolutely going to be like the least realistic thing, because I have like no clue how that shit is determined, like at all. Kind of like a, yeah, okay, that turned out perfectly. So yeah, kind of what I'm going for. And if you were here earlier, you might have also heard me talking with my friends on sort of like the world, like the lore itself, specifically how the magic system works and how that would translate to a D&D game, and if anybody would play Wizard because of it. So, got opinions on that, by the way. Feel free to, you know, ask me about it, because I'm still fleshing it out. You know, there's a lot of changes I could make on the fly, without even really, like, changing all that much. What a really shallow bay. Move around 1 meter away from you. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'll have to... I don't know exactly how far away the continents are from one another at the moment. The continents, not America and Europe. So I'll have to, you know, look that up and sort of... It's entirely possible, though, that it's, like, close enough still that, like, elves, who are, I think they're, like, the longest living, or, like, dragons or whatever, like, remember the world when it was still one piece. So, I think that's pretty interesting, that, like, you know, that, like, groups of people or certain, like, species of, like, sentient people or, like, beasts or whatever, like, remember a different world than what exists now. But getting a little bit thirsty there. Oh, if I'm no longer in a call, I can turn up the music, can't I? Turn it up. That should be better. Okay. Vibing time. I think I'm gonna record that off right there. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Died. Oh, I didn't cover it. Right after. It's not an accent, actually. It's a speech impediment. I mean, I have a Midwestern American accent, cause that's where I'm from, but, no, the accent is a speech impediment. I am hard of hearing in both ears, so I had, like, a harder time learning how to speak properly, and, like, it comes with an accent, essentially. What is it, what does it sound like to you? I've heard, like, a lot of people, every time, like, somebody asks me, they sort of describe it as, like, vaguely foreign, but not really sure, like, where, like, what, it comes from. I think I've heard some people describe it as German. I've heard at least one person describe it as Indian. Like, oh, let me turn down the music. Okay, that should be better. Dude, I've heard a lot of people, I'm pretty sure Russians come up. I'm always interested in, like, hearing what people think it sounds like. No, it's close to deafness, no, well, it's always relative. I do need hearing aids to be able to, like, hear even close to what a normal person can. Without them, I'm pretty, like, unable to hear. Normally I actually wouldn't play music through the desktop. It's actually more for you guys watching, almost more than it is for me. If I wanted to, like, just listen to music on my own, I'd stream it and straight into my hearing aids. Because they're Bluetooth enabled. Turn on the volume a little bit. Adjust the volume a little bit. Oh. Yeah. What was I saying before, dude? I was gonna say, like, you don't really have to be like an ass. Worry about like coming off as like an asshole. Most people are just kind of curious. I think it's usually like, I think asking is definitely like a lot better most of the time than like assuming, for sure. Just in like any scenario usually. Yeah, you shouldn't feel like an asshole for asking, I guess. What I'm trying to get at. Alright. No, I get that. Yeah, no, I was born hard of hearing. I don't think I got my first hearing aid until I was 5. But yeah, I was in like speech therapy like through my entire public school. Yeah, I think it's just sort of like a side effect of being born hard of hearing, that because you aren't able to like form, because a lot of like our ability to speak is based on the people around us, and being able to like hear and respond back. But if you can't hear it that well, you know, any attempt you make back is going to be distorted. You know, and speech therapy helps with that, but it's not like yeah. No, I get you. Good to be curious, and I love explaining shit. Just like one of the things I like doing. I'd make a good teacher if I didn't have an absolute intolerance for kid being kid. Fix that. There we go. I'm gonna fucking destroy my neck doing that. I do it too much, but like sometimes you just gotta get in close to get a good look, you know? Yeah. It's actually, you know how like they say that like the deprivation of one sense sort of like leads to the improvement of other senses? There we go. Put you in close on that. My eyesight is like really fucking good. To sort of like make up for my hearing. I grew up lip reading instead of like doing ASL. So I can't read ASL for shit, but I can lip read like a motherfucker. Oh my randomly. Hey man, you never know. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, no. Volunteering's a good thing, you know? Helping people with disabilities is always helpful. You know, obviously I may be a little bit biased in saying this, but obviously I don't think we want to, like, leave people behind just because the war ends differently, you know? Especially since, A, that sort of trends onto, like, some whack-ass fucking eugenics shit, which is, always a scary road to go down. Not that America hasn't gone down it before, but, you know, yeah, you know, like, we shouldn't just abandon people if they're born differently or whatever. I mean, do you have a blind person in mind, like, because if you did, I'd say that's maybe a little creepy. That's like some, like, stalker shit. No, hey man, if you meet a blind girl and she is into you and you're into her, and it blossoms into a beautiful romance, fucking go for it, dude. Don't let some rando on the internet tell you otherwise. You know what I mean? But don't stalk them. That is still kind of weird. That making kind of like cloud watching sometimes, you know? And you're just doing what you're doing. And then you like see the shapes they can make. And you're like, that kind of looks like a penis. Not in this scenario, I don't think, but I have done that before. Where I just kind of like looked at it for a few seconds. And just kind of not like that kind of looks like a penis. And then I didn't change it. Because, A, it's doubtful that anybody else will think it looks like a penis. But B, if they do notice that it looks like a penis, you can call them out for being a filthy degen whose mind is filled with penises. Even though you are, in fact, the one who noticed first that it looks like a penis. That's what got caught? Okay. The auto mod caught that. Caught jacking off there. But, you know, I don't give a fuck if that's what he's saying. No, I get what you're saying, yeah. I mean, personally, like me as a human being, you know, anxiety-ridden human being, I'm much more preferable with reading books and jacking off. But, you know, volunteering, obviously, volunteering is a very good thing. That said, I am a pretty anti, religious person. I don't know. I definitely had one of those, big, militant atheist phases during high school and middle school. And while I've mostly grown out of it, it does pop up every once in a while. Just warning you. It's sort of just a general distrust of churches and organized religion, combined with the sort of a staunch atheism. That's all. Obviously individual churchgoers, for the most part, are decent people. Except the Mormon. They're weird. Gotta pretend you just don't care. I mean, if they're blind, they can't see it, you know? Dude, I have massive issues talking in public. I can do it fine, on a stream, just because, there's sort of, a layer of abstraction. You know, I'm not talking to people in person, but who I clam right the fuck up in public. With other people. You know, the exception there being if I know them, really well. You know, obviously I don't, clam up that much at, a D&D game or whatever. But yeah, no, I can't fucking go and log at me. Yeah. How long has this thing been going, actually? I should check. 2 hours now? Okay, hour and a half. I mean, I don't know. I don't have, a whole ton of charisma, you know? My charisma comes from me coming off like a dork. Which I suppose is a type of charisma that appeals to a certain type of person.
The number you have dialed cannot be reached, and that's okay.
Oh, we've got a little lake here, looks like. That's actually, okay, so, see how I can zoom in like that? It's one of the things that, just don't dive in it. I don't know what dive in ass means. Hold on, what is that dom title, dude? Dad malpractice. Oh boy. What was I saying? Oh, so this ability to zoom way the fuck in is actually why I'm using Illustrator. Illustrator is a vector-based program as opposed to Photoshop, which is a raster-based program. So I can zoom in you can see how far I've zoomed in. Still the same sharp image. If I wanted to make a, so let's say I wanted to make an atlas of this tiny little island, I can, hey man, you know what they say, I don't know. I don't know what they think. No, dude. I am not an insult in any way. Like, I firmly believe that anybody can, you know, find a fulfilling relationship. But, like, you see how far I can zoom in, right, on completely unrelated, on this program. Like, I can, and then, like, let's say I wanted to just, like, add a little tiny lake. Oh, look at that. Tiny little lake. Yeah. That's why I'm using this, because I can just, like, go all the way in. Like, real fucking hard. And, like, still add detail. And that will come in handy, especially later, like, as we start, messing with the projections of the map. For, like, the equatorial ranges, the polar ranges, and the I know that not temperate. I know it's the temperate zone, but it's not the temperate range, is it? Anyway, as we start like messing and start getting like into like specific like atlas maps of the area. Being able to zoom in that far is going to come in very much in handy. So, you know, that's a good thing. One of the reasons why I'm like doing this top-down perspective is like I want to be able to sort of like culture build. I do have Discord. I don't have like a dedicated Discord. Probably should make one of those soon, huh? But no, I do have a Discord. You can find me same name. Well, actually a different name. I probably should make like an actual dedicated Discord, and then I can start linking it and stuff, huh? And get people like show up and like have like a dedicated spot to see, you know, when I'm uploading. Yeah. I have a 3D printer running in the background. It's what I normally do. This world building is kind of like a special. This is like the first time I've done it. But normally what I do is painting Warhammer and D&D and those kinds of like mini the question is motherfucking part of the name, or is it nah, man. Listen, my email is still the cringy fucking 7th grade name that I came up with. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Let me find that. Okay. Okay. I see. Right, no, I got that, I got that. I was that in the space there where it shouldn't have been. Well, I mean, you never know, man, you never know. Alright. Might be a bit too far out. No, that was fine. I probably should look this up. You know, like how far out does like a weed night. Nah, it's Weed Warrior, my dude. I wish I could do that for my stream title too, but unfortunately, I have right. Unfortunately, the name was taken on Twitch, so I had to add 3 O's. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, wait, I was looking up there. No problem, dude. Let me look this up. I'll wing it. Doesn't matter that much. I mean, like, how many fucking marine scientists am I gonna run into that are like actually the ocean depths are like this? You fucking nerd. The irony would be them calling me a nerd for that. Deep is this again? This is 200 meters, right? What was it? It was 200 meters. Yeah, 200 meters deep or 650 feet deep. And then the next one just goes straight down to 2,000. Okay, yeah, I think this will be good. I basically got to just like outline the entire continent with this, which is fine. It'll just take a while. Maybe for the next world building thing, I should do something with like a little bit more interactivity from the audience. Like a lore building thing. The question is like what, I don't know like how much I have for like lore that's able to be built yet. I think we're on the stream around the 2 hour mark. took some medication earlier. It might be making me a little bit drowsier than normal. Case in point. My caffeine can only do so much. Definitely something basically fucking desensitized to this stuff at this point. I have ruined my body with caffeine. Fuck me, dude. It's like the only thing that can keep me awake at this point. I think I might need to switch out the nib on this. Oh, no, the nib should be fine. If you're wondering what I'm 3D printing out, actually, right now I'm 3D printing out the first of a, yeah, I get that. Thing, 3D printer. What I'm 3D printing right now is the beginning of a Warhammer Age of Sigmar army. That hopefully I can convince my brother to join me in playing with me. I'm currently in college, like out of state in college. A couple years younger than me. Yeah, I've been trying to get him into Age of Sigmar because I've recently gotten into it. Like I was saying, it's what I usually paint. I like paint minis for Age of Sigmar and talk on here. So I've been printing out a Khorne army. Well, I say Khorne army, it's like a mishmash of anything that I could find a printable model for, with like a few models that I'm gonna end up probably having to buy. Seems like it'd be actually a pretty decent army. Got 2 battalions in it. One so that I can take beastmen.
Television advertisements. I think Eat Fresh is a great slogan. They managed to convince the entire continent, if not the globe, that eating a foot of bread was somehow good for you.
I mean, if she doesn't play it, I'll at least have a Chaos army I can play. Which is something. She's like a halfling. How fucking tall is she? Like 4 feet? Okay, so fairly short, actually. Yeah, clearly, dude. I mean, if you ended up 6'11", that's... I mean, fucking hell, that's almost 7 feet. Holy shit. I'm like trying to comprehend how tall that is, and I just can't. Fucking hell, dude. No, I can't even comprehend how tall that is. Like, I just don't have, like, a scale for, for 7 feet tall people. Ah, jeez. What would that look like, dude? Like, normally we consider, like, a tall person to be, like, 6 foot and over, right? You know, like, I'm not, like, a tall person. I'm right under 6 feet. At about, 5'10", or so. Fuck me, dude. Be, like, another foot taller than that. Not... Yeah, imagine. I don't know, nobody wants to pick on, like, a fucking monster of a human being. I don't know, dude. How tall is the fucking, the fucking mad lad that played the mountain on, the Game of Thrones show? How tall is he? He's like 6'7" or something? Yeah. For real, I don't know, man. Okay, the guy who played the Mountain from Game of Thrones is 6 foot. Yeah, he's 69. 6 feet 9 inches. I mean, that is also tall, but you're still taller than him. How did that feel, Mr. fucking unit? In awe at the size of this lad. What do we got with this? This may have been a better thing to have done off screen, huh? Stay idling. It'll take a few seconds to save, I think. Yeah. The oceans and shit I should maybe do off stream. Now that I'm thinking about it. It's gonna be like time consuming and like not much is gonna happen. Might do like another world building stream, maybe over the weekend, where I just like work on lore. Yeah, I think that might be a better idea. I'll like fucking like bang out the I get that. Dude, I imagine you hit your head on shit. I mean, shit, like, I think most door frames are, like, 6 feet tall, or... Trying to think how big that door frame is. I mean, you might actually be taller than that door frame now that I think about it. Like, I mean, fuck me, dude. Yeah. Trying to think on. Yeah, maybe I should like prepare something for world building that I can like specifically interact with the audience on it. What if I like? Oh, I think I know what I'll do. I'll get it to a point where I can like make like a snapshot atlas of a small area. It's for writing, and maybe playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's for a writer, like a novel that it's like world building for a novel. I'm doing a top-down approach where I create like all the big shit right up front, which is arguably the hardest way to do world building. But I have always done things the most obnoxiously hard way, so why stop now, am I right? Let me look at the climate zone again and see like what's where. How about if I took... Turn this off. What if I took like this like entire area and just like created an atlas snapshot of it. And then for like a stream we essentially like I guess the standard like high fantasy novel. I was talking about it a little bit earlier, like with somebody called in. And I was like explaining sort of a magic system, and like what kind of setting it is. It's like a magic industrial evolution-ish. Cause I'm like immensely bored with like the low fantasy, with like the like European fantasy shit. I wanna like move beyond that. So I'm going for like an industrial revolution kind of thing. So like trains and like all kinds of new like inventions are coming out. Guns will be in existence. Magic's a big thing. All kinds of like the fantasy races. A lot of stuff that you like see in D&D. So like orcs and elves and minotaurs, and like dwarves and all that. Dragons, stuff like that kind of stuff. And it'd just be like. Maybe, it aesthetically it might look steampunk-ish. If you've seen Eberron, like if you know the setting of Eberron for D&D, it looks similar, but not the same. So, like, Eberron would maybe be, like... There's like, a few, like, specific Eberron things that, like, I'm not touching. Things like the dragon marks, I'm just not, like, that doesn't have anything. But, like, the, like, airships, the big, massive urban brawls, the, you know, highly destructive wars, that kind of, like, feeling is similar to what I'm trying to capture. And yeah, and then this would be just sort of like a giant fantasy epic with a bunch of characters doing things. I've got some stuff written out, but I'll probably have to... Oh yeah, okay. Okay, oh yeah, everyone's like this really high fantasy, to the point of almost being like alien. They're like sentient. Yeah, no, I get that. They're like sentient, like robot people, and like airships that fly around, and like dinosaur riding hobbit. Eberron is really fucking weird sometimes. Should clarify. But one of the things in Eberron is that, like, the setting has, like, just come off of this massive world war. It's like a literal world war. The entire, like, every country was embroiled in the same conflict. And, like, the setting's, like, just come off of that, so it's, like, this post-World War I-esque, like, type of setting. So it's actually not, like, far from what I'm trying to do with, like, an industrial revolution pre-World War kind of setting. And I might, like, over the course of this novel series, like, it might, like, lead to a civil war. I'm not sure yet on the direction the plot's gonna, like, end up going. Because I am very much a fly by the seat of my pants writer. Like, I can't fucking, like, block out event far in the future for the life of me. It's just not something I'm good at doing. Or if I do it, I end up changing it, so... yeah, and then the D&D side, you know, obviously, I'd like to sort of, like, be in this world, I guess, and, like, share it with others beyond just writing, so that's sort of where the D&D kind of aspect comes in here. Plus, I play D&D with a lot of friends, so, you know, being able to, like, DM this world for them would be fun, I think, if they were into that. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit, like, disillusioned, maybe, or, like, bored with the sort of very Eurocentric, like, fantasy, classic fantasy that we see, with, like, the sort of, like, Tolkien-esque, stuff. Oh, actually, I'm a big Brandon Sanderson fan. That's why I like doing a lot of world building and, like, magic system building. His Stormlight Archive series, I think the 4th book is coming out in a few weeks, for 1, but for 2, like, big inspiration, just this, like, massive world that he's operating on. Plus the dude's, like, prolific. Holy shit. Yeah. It's like a... We got fucking hit again. Shit. I saw what it said, but I think the auto mod picked it up. I didn't get a chance to read it. I saw something about It looks like AutoMod picked something up from what you said. Maybe with Busty? I don't know. I thought Busty Elf Waifu. Which, I won't deny, Busty Elf Waifu, pretty good. You know what's really good though? Goblin Waifu. That's where it's at. That is all I will say on that. It could have been. I don't know what the trigger word was, but honestly I wouldn't be surprised if that was it. If one of my regular viewers was in here, I think they would have latched onto the Goblin Waifu thing. I think they're asleep right now, actually. Oh, jeez. We just hit the 2-hour mark. I don't know if I can do it on Twitch, but because I'm small enough. Oh sure, tieflings, yeah. Or like demon pin, yeah. Listen. Look up an artist by the name In Cave. And look up their goblin. And you will see what I am talking about. And that is all I will say on that matter. They are, nice. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying though. It is kind of like a tricky fine line with like drawing small characters and sexualizing them, and that you can get pretty close to like right, yeah, no, like, yeah, what the fuck was I? Why am I talking about it? Yeah, no, I think you can absolutely get, like, you can tread some, like, real fine line with drawing small characters and sexualizing them. I think there's absolutely ways to do it without it, like, basically being low-key, like, kiddie stuff. And I'm certain there are people who are only into it because they're actually into kiddie stuff. I'm gonna stop talking about it, you know? I think that may be the best the best thing I can do here is just not talk about that. Alright, I'm gonna do this little this bay here. Then I'm going to, I think, wrap it up for the night. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I agree. I don't have, like, a problem with, like, drawing stuff. I mean, obviously, if it's not my thing, it's not my thing, but, I don't think it should be made illegal, obviously. But I think you can absolutely, like, tread some fine lines there. And I think, you know, if you are into that, you should maybe be, like, possibly introspective as to why you might be into it. You know. You know, tricky shit, that's all. Okay. Right, there it was. Okay. Yeah. So let's put them all in the same, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just group them all together and unite them all as one object. So it doesn't, like, fuck my computer as bad. Cause kind of like as it is, my computer is, not exactly equipped to handle all of this. You can feel like it's a little bit laggy sometimes. Like in managing this. Yeah. And let's save. And then I'll take a few minutes to save. And then we'll wrap up for the night. Obviously, not a whole lot of, like, writing was done. I think next time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like, hammer out, like, the map to a point where, like, I can isolate, like, a small area and we can sort of add the stream, like, interacting with the chat, sort it out. Like, put in towns or, like, gonna be like, who lives here, what are they doing? Fucking mood, dude. Nah, man. What do you think of... What might an FBI agent be like promoted for, I guess? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't even fucking... What did the FBI do? What do they even do, dude? Like, I don't even know. I think it's time to end this stream. I'm, like, losing it now. Alright, let's end this. Good night. I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I think I might do a run more time this weekend. Either Saturday night or Sunday. I don't know if I'll... On the right? I see you running away. I don't... Okay, I think I see what you're saying now. Remember what I was talking about where, like, sometimes you just sort of, like, stop as you're world building and you kind of realize that you've drawn a penis. Without even really meaning to. This is that. This is what I'm talking about, you know? Alright, fucking, I'm ending this stream, fucking. We're done. Good night.